My utility bill went up again, even though I know for a fact we didn't change anything. I can't even use AC this month. I feel powerless. My energy is unpredictable, and I'm at the mercy of these huge utility companies that only care about profits. And I can't do anything about the climate crisis. My anxiety is too much.
Things are really overwhelming right now and have been for a while, but don't let them make you feel powerless.
How could I feel powerful?
By working together and building people power, we can organize to create a new energy system that harnesses free, renewable power from the sun. A win-win. We reduce our bills and slow global warming.
But we're up against so much.
Let's go for a walk. It's easy to believe what we see is natural. Our high energy bills, income inequality, segregated neighborhoods, homelessness, school disparity. But it's all intentional. Systems created by the wealthy to control resources and keep them out of reach of the working class. Our electrical grid is owned by wealthy shareholders who get rich at the expense of people who pay for the energy.
So we really are at the mercy of these companies.
Yes and no. Low-income households, Black, Indigenous, people of color, renters, and households with seniors and people with disabilities are disproportionately affected by energy insecurity. Energy insecurity shows up in different ways, including difficulty paying utility bills, maintaining comfortable home temperatures, using essential appliances, or even having your power shut off.
And as climate change worsens, it'll lead to more extreme weather events. More energy will be needed to heat and cool houses. Energy insecurity will increase.
This is a lot. I know the only way to beat climate change is to ditch fossil fuels and transition to renewable energy.
True, and this transition needs to be equitable. Renewable energy on its own doesn't create equity in the energy system.
Well, why not?
Well, who will be producing the renewable energy?
Another private company that only cares about money and not our well-being. I see. So not only the type of energy we consume needs to change, but who produces, owns, and distributes energy needs to change too.
Exactly. If we keep operating in the same system, we'll replicate the same inequities, despite the energy being cleaner.
This all makes sense. How do we actually pull off changing the energy system?
One way we can do it is through community-owned solar.
I've heard of community-owned solar. Isn't that where you buy a share in a big solar array and get credit on your electricity bill?
That's community solar. But community-owned solar goes a step further and provides the opportunity for people to directly own the solar panels and all the energy it produces. Then, the community collectively decides how the project will be run.
Goodbye, greedy utility company.
This seems cool, but I'm a renter and don't have the money, the time, or space to invest in solar panels.
Together, we won't have to cover everything up front or figure out logistics alone.
Have you heard of RENEW? We're a grassroots energy democracy group rooted in the Worcester community. We work to overcome all the historical barriers we've been talking about.
In a nutshell, the program goes like this.
Residents, local businesses, community organizations, etc. decide they want community-owned solar and join RENEW.
RENEW finds owners with space who are willing to lease it to the community.
RENEW works closely with Co-op Power, a regional energy cooperative, for financial and technical assistance in installing and maintaining the solar arrays.
Participating community members pay a monthly subscription fee for systems operations and management.
The project generates electricity that is sent to the grid, and the utility company reimburses the project for power produced. As a result, members get credited on their energy bill, saving money.
Over the next 10 years or so, members gain full ownership of the solar project, which continues to generate power and money.
For the rest of the solar array's lifespan, Members continue to receive electricity bill credits. Any extra power generates income for RENEW, who democratically decide what to do with it. Wow, utilities run by and for its members.
Yes, and there are benefits that fall into 3 buckets: direct financial, indirect financial, and systemic change.
And being less at the mercy of private utility companies and their price hikes.
The direct financial benefits include cheaper electricity bills, equity in a renewable energy cooperative.
The indirect financial benefits include local living job creation with career ladders in the energy industry. Money and power stays in the community, cleaner air, and better health for residents.
This is the last and biggest benefit. Community-owned solar creates system change and an equitable, clean future. By sharing ownership in the renewable energy system, we shift literal power back to us, which means the greedy utility companies lose power.
Since we operate as a cooperative, members take active roles overseeing different aspects of the solar project based on what they know and what they want to learn. Together, we build technical, business, and cultural skills that are crucial to making the world we want to live in.
We organize ourselves around our needs and mutual care. There's got to be some barriers to community-owned solar. What are they?
Policy is one barrier. Luckily, in Massachusetts, policies that enable community-owned solar and utility bill crediting already exist.
Structural barriers include outreach to renters, which is most of Worcester, because there's an assumption renters can't participate in community-owned solar.
There are also financial barriers, mainly the high upfront cost of buying and setting up the solar array, as well as the maintenance cost.
There can be barriers around the knowledge to start and run a business cooperatively.
And that's why we collectivize and have RENEW to overcome these barriers together.
Count me in. How do I get involved in RENEW and community-owned solar projects here in Worcester?
We're growing and can use your help. We're looking for people with a few hours a month to share their skills: graphic design, social media, grant writing, event organizing, and whatever else you have to offer. We'd love to hear about it. The QR code above can be used to get in touch, or we will have a sign-up sheet at the end of our event tonight.
At RENEW, we envision a clean energy future powered by community-owned infrastructure that reduces pollution and saves money for Worcester residents. We believe the path to a greener, healthier Worcester lies in collective, democratic decision-making and action.